Fynn Hudson-Prentice, many congratulations. Career best figures. You must be delighted with the way you bowled today.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian. Bowled nicely. Obviously, the pitch has got quite a lot in it. Some good assistance for seamers. So, I mean, anyone out of our attack today probably could have taken 5 for us. So it was nice that it fell to me. But yeah, obviously delighted and good lead for the lads as well.
You've spoken before, Fynn, about how you've worked on your bowling, working with James Kirtley, changing a few things. It just seemed like you've put on a bit of pace as well during the winter. Would that be right?
I think the lads would argue that. I'm not sure. It's maybe just a rhythm thing, feeling a good rhythm down the hill. I mean, I wouldn't say that's part of the plan, but thank you for your compliments there. What can I say? It was just nice to take a few wickets.
Yeah. And you say they're bowling down the hill. Is that something that you prefer to do than up the hill? And why?
I don't think you'd find many bowlers that would prefer to bowl up the hill at Hove, but I don't know. It's something that we actually spoke about with JK over the winter. Was trying to be more effective bowling up the hill, potentially finding different plans. Down the hill over here is very different to up the hill. Up the hill at a lot of grounds you get more bounce. Here you don't tend to get as much bounce up the hill. You get more bounce down the hill, which sort of suits my type of bowling, as I'm not a tall bowler. It's something that we have been talking about and trying to get a plan in place for those spells up the hill. But obviously down the hill is where I've taken my wickets today, so I'm happy if I can keep doing that for the team.
A lot of injuries around the bowling group at the moment. Does that bring additional responsibility on yourself, Fynn?
Potentially. I mean, I quite like the responsibility. I had a chat with the captain this week, obviously, about it. He said he's going to put a lot of faith in me this week, because obviously we lost Silsey as well with an ankle injury. So, he's given me a chance to bowl some overs, which is nice, and obviously rewarded as well. So, it's obviously, for me, it's nice to have a bit of extra responsibility. Like, I think I always bowl better when I tend to have that on my shoulders. So I'm happy with that. Obviously, it's a bit tough for the squad at the moment. We're looking a bit lean. Obviously, James has come in and started quite nicely for us as well in the last couple of days. But we're looking a little bit lean. But I think we've got a couple of guys hopefully coming back soon as well. So fingers crossed.
We're into the 5th game of the season. You're one of the few who's actually played in the First Division, albeit just the one game. What are the groups seeing as the main differences between the 2nd and 1st Division?
I think we've spoken about like the fact that a lot of the teams bat a lot lower down, all the way down to sort of like 7, 8, 9. There's still high quality batters, and the bowling attacks are more relentless. Like, you've got 4 proper seam bowlers that are very, very established in first class cricket. Sometimes in Division 2 you can get 2 or 3, and maybe there's a chance to score off another one, or maybe there's someone who's a little bit more inexperienced. That's the 4th seamer. I think that's probably the main difference, is a longer batting lineups and obviously high class international players at the top. And then obviously those, as I said, the strength and depth that all teams have with the bowling lineups as well.
Do you enjoy that challenge, though, the fact that they are, in inverted commas, better players?
Yeah, obviously, like, that's, you want to challenge yourself against the best players. That's naturally what I think any cricketer wants to do. You don't want to be sort of going through the motions. You want to be playing against the best players week in, week out, and having that sort of run of games in Division 1 now, like, I think the lads can understand like what it's all about. This game's obviously been a bit topsy-turvy in itself, but I think the lads are sort of starting to get to grips with it. Obviously, a few of the guys have had stellar starts of the season as well. So, it's obviously just getting used to that probably change of stronger lineups. Yeah.
We can't make head nor tail of this pitch in the commentary. I mean, it's a strange one. 80 without loss, then 88 for 6, then Sussex 0 for 2. What is the score with this pitch, Fynn?
It's a slightly different wicket to what we usually play on here. I'm fairly sure it's a wicket that we haven't used for about 3 years in first class cricket. So. They've left a bit more grass on it, a bit more, watered it a little bit more before the game, so I didn't want it to sort of turn out the same way as the Surrey wicket did with the good weather we've had. So, yeah, there's been plenty in it. I think it indented a little bit on day 1, which meant that today, as it started to dry out, you could almost see when we came out to bat and the heavy roller got used, a few balls shot low and a couple went through. So I think those indents are starting to play a little bit in terms of up and down movement. It's just one of those. It's a classic Hove pitch, I think, in terms of it's nipped around with the new ball, especially on day 1. And I think as the game goes on, it will start to get a little bit better to bat on. Obviously, those indents might make it a little bit different to what it usually is. but again, we'll have to wait and see. There's still 2 days to go.
Yeah, there is 2 days to go. Nice lead though for Sussex, effectively 170 for 3 of the second innings. What's the feeling in the dressing room tonight?
Yeah, very positive. Obviously a good comeback. Like Cast batted phenomenally well last night to get us a score on the board with James as well on debut. So that was great. Thinking we were going to be bowling at about 150 at one stage to get up to 280 is phenomenal. And then obviously to use that momentum today with the ball and bowl really nicely. I think that's probably one of the best we've bowled as a unit for a long, long time. Especially here, like controlling a run rate at Hove at under 2.5 is something that you don't see too often on this fast scoring ground. So yeah, the overall feeling in the camp is obviously of much positivity, but still, as we say, this game's funny. It's 2 days to go, so the boys won't be resting on their laurels. We'll definitely be coming out with a lot more runs to hopefully score tomorrow.
Wonderful. Well done today. Career best. Well done, Fynn Hudson-Prentice.
Thanks, Adrian. Cheers.